Motherfucking motherfucker! He's pulling his cock out!
Say my name.
Fucking 9-9. Fucking 9-9.
250 years ago, in the winter of 1776, George Washington made his most famous and daring move of the Revolution, crossing the Delaware River and catching the enemy by surprise in the Battle of Trenton, in one of the most important battles of the war. And now, 250 years later, north of the Delaware River, we're back in Trenton as the Formula Piss drivers cross the halfway mark of the season in one of the most important races of the year. Who will win at Trenton as we celebrate 250 years of our independence. "250 years of independence that we celebrate here at one of the most important battles of the Revolution. The pace car is in. Baby Driver and Lily Verstappen will lead us to the green flag here from Trenton. Happy 250th, everyone. Baby Driver will lead us into turn one, and that's Kevin Hart into second place, side by side for the lead already. There's some contact with the wall for the back of the field. We don't know who that is, but Baby Driver will lose the lead to Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart got a podium early this season. Can he get a win like his teammate Danny DeVito and get a win this season? It's a great season for Shorteria Ferrari. Can it continue here? It's side by side for second place between Shaq and Baby Driver, with Hank Harvick right behind them. It's now side by side for the lead. Hank Harvick drafting with Shaquille O'Neal on that bottom lane, and Shaquille O'Neal to the lead. Last Road Motorsports has not gotten a win this season. Can it end here today? And it's Shitteria Ferrari right behind them, who only have 6 points on the season, and all of a sudden Hank Harvick is in second place looking to take the lead here at Trenton. Can Hank Harvick end the drought here today? Hank Harvick to the lead, side by side with Shaq, and Hank Harvick will take the lead. It's been a shitty season for Shitteria Ferrari. Both of their drivers died in the first race. They've only had around 6 points since then, but now Hank Harvick is leading. The driver for Crosshair Patriots Patriot Racing is now leading in a different series. It's good. Maybe this changes for the better for him, as Hank Harvick will lead us here at Trenton for the 250th birthday of America. Hank Harvick didn't have much success in Piston Cup Series, but it's looking good so far. Him and Formula Piss that he's leading to go further in the field. Baby Driver side by side with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is now on the inside of him is, I believe, Abraham Lincoln. These two have lost multiple positions now out of the podium position for Kevin Hart and Baby Driver, as now Abraham Lincoln is in third and Brad Pitt's in fourth, and Shaq looking to the inside of Hank Harvick, trying to get back to the lead here. Can Shaquille O'Neal pass Hank Harvick? Yes, he will. Through turns 1 and 2, Shaq back to the lead here. A great battle forming here for the lead between Shaquille O'Neal and Hank Harvick, two drivers with some Piston Cup Series experience, battling here for the lead, trying to get the first win for their team. Both their teams have been lower in the standings. Can they end their drought in their dry spell this season and get a good result as we get to the halfway mark of the season? This is the time to make a change if you want it. And Hank Harvick tried to go to the inside of Shaq there. Did not work out there. Hank Harvick now on the offense looking back, gets to get back to the lead. Shaquille O'Neal leads the lap. He wants to lead all the rest of them. Hank Harvick to the outside, but Shaq blocks him on the top lane. Hank Harvick tries that on the top lane, and he's only losing some time to Shaq now. The Statue of Liberty for Team USA Racing trying to get a good result here for the 250th, but Kevin Hart to the inside lane trying to take a position from the Statue of Liberty, and he does so. Kevin Hart up into a position, Paige Callahan into 5th place, and Statue of Liberty is going down the order. Meanwhile, Shaq trying not to do the same here as Hank Harvick goes to the inside. He blocks him, goes to the inside again. He's unable to block him there. Hank Harvick and Shaq side by side for the lead. Coming to the line, Hank Harvick will regain the lead here at Trenton, but Shaq's not going to give up that easy. He's right behind Hank Harvick. Can he get back to the lead? Again, these two forming a great battle, but slowing them down. Abe Lincoln in third is catching up with them. Shaq's to the outside lane. Can he pass him on the outside lane here? And Shaq is unable to do it. He's losing time. Abe Lincoln now has entered this battle for the lead. It's now going to be a three-way battle between Abe Lincoln, Shaq, and Hank Harvick. And now for 4th place, Brad Pitt getting passed by Paige Callahan on the inside lane. Picking Paige, get it through here. Yes, she will. On that bottom lane, and Brad Pitt falls to 5th place. All the top 5 drivers right now trying to get their first wins for their team in Formula Piss. It's good at Baby Driver, the last driver in the points currently, our pole sitter, now in the last position for points currently. Lewis Hamilton has not gotten any points since finishing 2nd place at the first race at Agartha, but now to the inside lane is Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart trying to go up the field yet again for the second time here today and try to challenge for the lead yet again. And he will pass Lewis Hamilton for 7th. He's got a little ways to go, but can Kevin Hart yet again climb through the field and challenge the leaders? And Abe Lincoln has passed Shaquille O'Neal for 2nd, but Shaq trying to get back there, but Abraham Lincoln will block him on the top lane. Can Abe Lincoln get a podium or win for the 250th? And Shaq falls from 1st to 3rd. Can Shaq hold on to a podium? Maybe a little bit more here. He's now challenging Abe Lincoln for 2nd place. Goes the inside lane and is not able to do it. All these drivers in the top 5 trying to get their first win for their team. Can Team USA Racing do that on the 250th? But Shaq has something to say about it right on his ass. Can Shaq make a move here? He can go on the inside or the outside. What do we choose to do? Shaq chooses to go to the inside lane, side by side for 2nd place. Can Shaq get back into 2nd place? Yes, he will, as we head to the next lap. Shaquille O'Neal back into 2nd place. He wants to get back into battle with Hank Harvick for the lead. He has to get past Abraham Lincoln and stop slowing himself down with this battle to get back to the battle for the lead as we go through the field. Lewis Hamilton to the outside of Jeffy, but he's unable to pass him there. He might lose a position to Kevin Hart here. Lewis Hamilton losing some speed. Kevin Hart trying to get back into their position there. Kevin Hart lost it off screen to both Jeffy and Lewis Hamlin. He can pass with both of them here if he chooses to do so. On the inside lane, drafting with Jeffy. He's able to pass Lewis Hamlin. Now he's trying to pass Jeffy and regain the position he lost to him. Can he regain 7th place? Kevin Hart trying to go to the inside there. We'll go up the field. Abe Lincoln is officially ahead of Shaq for second. And can Shaq regain second here? This has been a brilliant battle between the two of them, battling over and over for second place. But Shaq did the same thing with Hank Harvick. And this battle for second is just going to slow them both down. And Hank Harvick is loving this. He's forming a gap between them as they battle for second place. Can Hank Harvick get a dominant victory here today? As we go through the field, Kevin Hart ahead of Jeffy. Now Lewis Hamlin trying to pass Jeffy and get back his position, at least to 8th place. He goes to the inside of Jeffy here. Lewis Hamlin can get his first points in weeks. And he's unable to do it there, but now Jeffy looking the inside lane, but Kevin Hart will block him there on the inside lane. Kevin Hart followed by Jeffy and Lewis Hamlin coming off of the turn. Nose to tail, going out through the field, and it's Shaq back to second place and passes Abe Lincoln on the inside lane. Abe Lincoln, what a story would be for him to win on the 250th. Will he do it and have a great story for Formula Piss? He goes to the inside of Shaq, and he's back into second place. A great second place battle here, but it's just slowing them down, and Page is now joined this battle for second place. Abe Lincoln needs to pass Shaq and catch Hank Harvick if he wants to win on the 250th, as Lewis Hamlin gains some pressure from Jeffy. They've moved positions a lot back here. We missed a couple of them. But Jeffy and Kevin Hart have been passed by Lewis Hamlin. But Jeffy trying to gain that position back on the inside lane. Will Kevin Hart work with him? Yes, he will. Kevin Hart and Jeffy working on the bottom lane to pass Lewis Hamlin. Lewis Hamlin immediately loses the positions he gained to Jeffy. And now contact with them with Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart will pass Lewis Hamlin on the inside lane back down the field, as Stingray Robb is battling Walter White for 11th and 12th place. They're battling to not be last in the points-paying positions, as Stingray Robb into 11th, Walter White into 12th, and into the last points-paying position for this race. As now Lewis Hamlin getting some pressure to Kevin Hart. He's right behind him. Chooses to go to the outside lane, is unable to do it there. He gets blocked. He goes to the inside lane. Kevin Hart is unable to block him here. A lot of great defensive driving and great blocking here today. But Lewis Hamlin is able to pass Kevin Hart. All these drivers have had some great defenses and great battles here today. And now Kevin Hart will switch lanes and go to the bottom lane. He wants the bottom lane, and he gets it. Kevin Hart, with an amazing move, gets the lane he wants and passes Lewis Hamlin. And this has been just some great action, great battles here today from Trenton. It's been an amazing race so far. Can that continue as we head through more and more of this race? And it's Page trying to chase down these leaders. Page passed Abe Lincoln and Shaq off screen. I missed that. Page up to second place. She has a lot of speed. She might be able to pass Hank Harvick for the lead if she has enough laps and a good enough strategy to try to pass Hank Harvick, but she's around 2 seconds behind him right now. Lewis Hamlin some pressure from Kevin Hart. Can he hold off Hart here as the laps almost halfway? As Kevin Hart to the inside of Lewis Hamlin. These two have been battling over and over. And now Jeffy is completely off screen. Jeffy completely ahead of these drivers. As they continue to battle, they're just slowing each other down and look at all these drivers catching them because of this battle. And Jeffy now is up into this battle further up the field with Statue of Liberty and Brad Pitt. Jeffy with some good speed, trying to pass some more drivers. Already passed Kevin Hart and Lewis Hamlin here today. Jeffy trying to go even further up the field. Potentially a top 5 for Jeffy if they're able to pass Statue of Liberty and Brad Pitt, but Statue of Liberty also looking for a top 5, right behind Brad Pitt. Trying to go to the inside lane here. No, now the outside, and Brad Pitt blocks him, and now Statue of Liberty fakes him out, jukes him out, crosses over to the bottom lane, and Jeffy trying to look through the same, but is unable to pass Brad Pitt there, going through the field, and the order is pretty much the same up here, but now 3 wide between them for 5th place, and Jeffy is into 5th. Statue of Liberty falls to 7th. Brad Pitt in 6th. Lewis Hamilton getting some pressure from Aaron Rodgers. Kevin Hart lost the position to Aaron Rodgers. And Lewis Hamilton and Statue of Liberty looking to not do the same. Statue of Liberty gets passed by Lewis Hamilton on the inside lane. What is wrong with Statue of Liberty losing multiple positions all of a sudden? Lewis Hamilton up in there. Kevin Hart is able to pass Aaron Rodgers. Now Walter White passes Aaron Rodgers, looking to make it 3 wide, entering turn 1, and Kevin Hart will block. Walter White blocked that attack. But Walter White now getting some positions, going up the field, nose to tail between Liberty, Kevin Hart, Walter White working together, trying to go to the outside lane, and Walter White abandons Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart will lose the position to Walter White, and now Aaron Rodgers working together on the bottom lane, nose to tail between these 4 drivers. Aaron Rodgers on the bottom lane, but he's got no help here so far. Now Walter White goes with him on a bottom lane, trying to work together to pass Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty losing some positions all of a sudden. I don't know if there's something wrong with their car, but now they just keep getting passed more and more often as we head further through this race, as we're almost halfway through this Grand Prix. Hank Harvick still leading here at Trenton. Further down in the top 10, Statue of Liberty getting some pressure from Aaron Rodgers. Coming off the final turn, Aaron Rodgers to the inside of Statue of Liberty. Going to the next lap, can Aaron Rodgers pass Statue of Liberty? And Statue of Liberty looks like they're trying not to lose another position, but yet they do. Statue of Liberty just falling through this order as this race goes on. I don't know if they burnt up tires or what, but Walter White and Stingray Robb battling for the last points paying position. Walter White getting passed on the inside lane by Stingray Robb now. And now Ronnie joining this battle for the last points paying position. Can Ronnie pass the both of them here? Walter 3 wide for 11th and 12th place. And Walter White will hold on to 11th. Stingray Robb in 12th. And he has Ronnie right behind him for 13th, trying to pass him for 12th. And now we have some pit stops coming. Hank Harvick, our leader, is one of them, coming down pit road. Halfway through this race, lap 27 of 54, and we're starting to see the pit stops. But Hank Harvick, so this is shittery for Ferrari fuck up. They bring him down pit road too early. All these other drivers just coming straight off of the last turn, while Hank Harvick and others have been on the apron for the last couple of turns trying to pit. They don't need to do that. And they're just having a slow-ass pit stop coming to the pits while everyone else just comes off of the last corner. These drivers, I guess they didn't attend the drivers' meeting. They don't need to be on the apron for the past couple of corners. You can just come off the final turn and pit. But now everyone is down pit road. We'll see who will get the lead off of pit road. This is going to cause a huge shake-up in the order, as all these drivers are losing time to the ones who just came off of the final corner. Now, both Benyard drivers, everyone now on the apron, but all those drivers who just pit off of the final turn are going to have a huge advantage, and a little bit loose there for this Polaric driver. Not sure which one it is. I think it's Brad Pitt. Coming off of the final turn, Brad Pitt, maybe our new leader. I can't tell, as half the field is pit. I don't know if Brad Pitt has pit yet or if he's just first off pit road. But we might have a new leader here, and we do. Abraham Lincoln is leading. Don't ask me where he is. There's Abe Lincoln coming off of pit road for Team USA Racing. First off of pit road. I think he passed Hank Harvick. Yep, he passed Hank Harvick. Hank Harvick will no longer be our leader. Abe Lincoln leading. And can Hank Harvick make up this gap to Abe Lincoln and get back to the lead of this race? But Abe Lincoln trying to win for the 250th. What a story that would be, as these drivers still trying to pit down road. And now Abraham Lincoln and Hank Harvick. First and second. No, I'm wrong. This is a battle for third. Walter White is in second, Brad Pitt in first. I think they pit before everybody else, and they're in first and second, while Abe Lincoln and Hank Harvick are battling for third. I completely fucked that. And it's Brad Pitt in the lead, Walter White in second. I guess they were the first off of pit road because they just came off of the final turn. And they were like, I guess, the only drivers attending the drivers' meeting, knowing they can do that. And I'm just going on the apron. But Hank Harvick falls into fourth. Abe Lincoln falls to third. And it's Brad Pitt, our new leader, trying to get their first win for Polaris Inc. Racing. And Walter White behind them, the winningest driver in Piston Cup Series, can he get his first win in Formula Piss and cement himself as one of the best drivers in both series. What a story would that be? As Hank Harvick catching Abe Lincoln. Abe Lincoln at least trying to hold on a podium for the 250th. But Hank Harvick is right behind him. Half the field is still on fucking pit road. These are some slow-ass pit stops. But Walter White is gaining on Brad Pitt for the lead. Brad Pitt, that's the scary sight behind you. Walter White, the winningest driver in Piston Cup Series, trying to get another win, this time in Formula Piss, his first open wheel win. Can he get it here? He's slowly catching up to Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's going to have to block Walter White, play some great defense as we head to lap 33. Around 20-ish laps left in this race. Brad Pitt blocks Walter White on the bottom lane. A good block there. Walter White looking outside lane, and now these drivers coming off of pit road. Walter White is unable to pass him there. And they almost ran him into that lap traffic. Walter White now to the inside lane, and Brad Pitt blocks him there. These are some great blocks from Brad Pitt. Exactly what he needs to do if he wants to win this race, but he's unable to block him there. Walter White coming off the final corner, side by side for the lead, and Walter White, a new leader, will lead us here today. He was battling for the last points paying position, and now Walter White, with that pit stop cycle, is now taking the lead. What a pit stop for his team. Might get them the win here today, and Hank Harvick has passed Abe Lincoln for podium. Can Hank Harvick get back this win that he feels like was stolen from him after that shitty fucking pit stop? I mean, that's just that's accurate, lore accurate to Ferrari. But Walter White now passing lap traffic here. Brad Pitt might be holed up here from that lap traffic. Walter White now having to deal with all this lap traffic. That lap traffic is slowing down Brad Pitt. This will affect the battle for the lead. Hank Harvick 8 seconds away, but he's been the fastest driver here today. He might be able to pass him before this race is over. Hank Harvick looking to take back this win he feels like he deserves before his team fucked it on pit strategy. As we're going still through this race, and we're now under 20 laps left in this race, Brad Pitt in second passes lap traffic, but he's now 1 second behind Walter White. Walter White, will he win this? Will Brad Pitt win this? Or will Hank Harvick go through the field and get this win from Walter White? Going through the field, look at the gap forming. Walter White has to Brad Pitt in second place. Walter White trying to not only widen the gap to Brad Pitt, but Hank Harvick in third. Hank Harvick trying to get back to the lead. Can he do it? The fastest driver here today, trying to get the win back here today. Walter White with a huge gap to Hank Harvick, the fastest driver here today. And now Brad Pitt in second place. He is now trying to get this dominant win. Can Hank Harvick do it? Going through the field now. It's hard to tell which drivers are lap drivers and which ones are on a lead lap. Going through this field, I can't really tell. I'm kind of foxing it right now. But here's Nami and Jeffy, teammates, battling here for positions, trying to hold on to the top 10. It can be a tellable top 10 for Drink Motorsports here today. The open wheel drivers trying to get a top 10 for their team. As Tosi Stewart, the week 1 winner, is now making it 3 wide for the lead. Tosi Stewart, one at Gartha, he can win here today in America. He passes both of the Drink Motorsports drivers, and that one hits the wall. They might have damage there, as now Nami or Jeffy is trying to battle with Tosi Stewart, and I think Nami has some damage after hitting the wall there. That's not good. That's not what you want. Losing position now to that driver on the inside lane. Don't know if they're a lap down or not, but Nami will lose multiple positions after hitting that wall. Not what you want to see from them. But now that's Jeffy that fell down. It's Nami that's battling Casey Stewart. I'm fucking drunk. Holy shit. Bro, my fucking brain. And it's Toasty Stewart battling with Nami coming off of the final turn. Can Nami get it here? And now Jimmy Johnson battling with Kevin Hart for the top 10 position. I'm fucking tired, bro. What the fuck's going on? Toasty Stewart is getting chased down by Nami. Nami trying to regain a position here. Can Drinks Motorsports at least get one of their drivers to have a good top 10 finish after the other one just fucked it and hit the wall? And we're on lap. Fuck. We're on lap fuck. They're going Mach fuck. We're on lap fuck. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. And Hank Harvick has no idea what the fuck's going on either. They had this race in the bag, dominating here today, and yet they're in third place as Walter White chasing down some more lap traffic, lapping basically over half of the field at this point. Most of it from drivers having shitty-ass fucking pit stops on pit road. But now he's trying to pass drivers on pace as over half the field has been lapped. In this race, Walter White trying to add another to his list. Going through and will pass that driver on the inside lane. Walter White was battling for the last points paying position. Now he has a dominant gap between him and Abraham Lincoln, and Hank Harvick is catching up with them, but I just don't know if there's enough laps left, as we're around 10-ish laps left, and Hank Harvick is still trying to battle with them for that position. Can Hank Harvick regain this victory for himself in Shittery Fatari after the shitty ass pit stop? Kevin Hart battling with Toasty Stewart for a position. Kevin Hart has been all over here today, all over different positions, but Kevin Hart has gone up and down the field multiple times here today. Probably the most different positions out of any driver here today, and Kevin Hart getting passed on the inside lane by Ronnie. And it's Toasty Stewart, Ronnie, and Kevin Hart nose to tail going through as we're less than 10 laps to go here from Trenton as we go through the field. And this is the battle for the last points paying position. It's Jeffy after the damage is dropped to 12th, and it's Leon Kennedy in 13th trying to pass him for position, trying to pass him for the last points paying position, and he does so. Leon Kennedy into 12th place, trying to get his first point of the season. One of 4 drivers who have not scored a point. One of them being Hank Harvick, who looked like he was going to win today, but won't do that right now. Lewis Hamilton loses position to Ronnie and Kevin Hart. Ronnie and Kevin Hart side by side. And now Toasty Stewart looking to make it 3 wide, but he's unable to do so. He's going to lose a position to Kevin Hart, but gains 1 against Jeffy, so it'll work out for him based on that. And it's now Kevin Hart, some pressure from Toasty Stewart. Toasty Stewart trying to finish behind his teammate Lewis Hamilton in the order here today. And he's losing some speed there. Can Jeffy capitalize and pass Toasty Stewart, the Agartha winner? Yes, they will. Ronnie goes the inside of Toasty Stewart going through turn 1. And Ronnie will pass Toasty Stewart on the inside lane. Hank Harvick has not gotten a single point this season. One of 4 drivers so far to do so. Wanted to win, but now it looks like he might have to settle for 3rd after that shitty-ass pit stop. But he'll at least get himself off the list of drivers who have not gotten a single point this season. It's a very embarrassing list to be a part of as we're now reaching the halfway point. This is where you want to start just get your shit together if you haven't. And just, like, if you don't get your shit together now, you're going to lose your shot at winning the championship. As we're halfway through the season after this race. This will be race 4 of 8 this season. And we're just going through the field. They're all strung out. There's no fucking battles going on. Bro, like, am I foxing this, bro? I just want to look for a battle. But it's Walter White, I think, trying to lap that driver. I don't know what I'm doing, bro. I'm just trying to find a battle. But now Brad Pitt getting some pressure, I think. No, that was a lap traffic. I guess Brad Pitt trying to lap someone. I'm trying to make some stories out of this, y'all. It's all strung out. As the laps wind down, 4 laps to go. That pit cycle completely changed the complexion of this race, as now half the field has been lapped. And now Ronnie looking to gain on Toasty Stewart. These drivers need to save fuel well as we head to 3 laps to go. You don't want to run out of fuel right now and fuck your strategy and fuck your race. Fuck. As Ronnie is gaining on Toasty Stewart. Gaining on Toasty Stewart. Can Ronnie find an opening before this race ends? As we had to 3 laps to go. Is that fucking Walter White right behind them? Damn. I mean, that might be Jesse Pinkman, but if that's Walter White, damn. Not gonna lie, I know it's his 250th, but I kind of drank with some English people earlier here today. If I sound like shit, that's why. But here's Abe Lincoln contact with Lewis Hamlin. And now Lewis Hamlin, with that contact, is into the podium positions. And will pass. No, he's not. He's not in podium positions. We will pass Abe Lincoln for 4th. Lewis Hamlin has not got a single point since Agartha. And he's looking to change that today with a 4th place. Happy 250th. Woo! I had like 2 beers, dude. If I get a headache from that, damn. Or is that because I'm tired? I don't know. It's like 2 almost. Maybe I'm just tired and that's why I have a headache. Toasty Stewart passes Ronnie. Worst fucking commentary of the season. Or maybe the best. I don't know. But it's Walter White with 1 lap to go through the final corners, ending my misery. I can go to fucking sleep. Walter White on the inside lane will win this race. The winningest driver in the Piston Cup Series wins his first race in Formula Piss. One of the greatest drivers to ever do it. And so ends either the worst or best commentary I've ever done. It's World Cup, so I had to party a little bit. Walter White in first, Brad Pitt second. Hank Harvick could have won, but holds on to a podium at least, gets his first points of the season. Lewis Hamlin, who didn't get any points since his second place in the first race, finishes in 4th. Abe Lincoln with a top 5. I was low-key rooting for Abe Lincoln winner podium for the 250th. That would have been cool. Shaq in 6th. Kevin Hart in 7th. 8th is Toasty Stewart. A lot of position behind his teammate. His teammate might have caught him in the points. As Ronnie in 9th, Yemi Janssen in 10th. Baby driver, our pole sitter falls to 11th. In 12th is Jeffy. The last points paying position will finish a lap down, but at least gets 1 point after that damage they got from hitting the wall. Pierce will finish in 13th, trying to get the first points of the season for themselves and Apex GP. Halfway through the season, they have not gotten a single point for their team, either of their drivers. Holy mid. And Brad Pitt will take over the points lead. Despite not winning a single race this season, he has 50 points from multiple podium positions. Walter White jumps to 2nd in the points with this win here today with 47, 3 points away from tying Brad Pitt for the lead as we're halfway through the season. Danny DeVito falls to 3rd in the points with 40. 4th is Toasty Stewart, another former points leader with 38, and his teammate Lewis Hamlin has made up the gap to his teammate. He's 36 points And 6th is Ronnie with 35. Abe Lincoln with a top 5 gets 32. Carlson still with 32. Hart with 29. Aaron Rodgers 26. Shaq 26. Page 26. Jeffy with 22. Halfway through the season, you really need to catch up at this point. Jesse Pinkman with 20. Hank Harvick 19. Baby Driver 18. Yimmy Johnson with 12. Goat Tiffy with 10. Moist Critical with 8. Rogan 8. Danica 6. Statue of Liberty 4. Stingray Rob 4. Hank Harvick in 19 points gets himself off the list of drivers who had not got a single point by being halfway through the season, and both Apex GP drivers, and along with Leon Kennedy, still looking for first points, and we're halfway through the season. How the fuck do you do that, bro? Jeez, bro. I low-key feel like a traitor for drinking with English people right before the 250th, but it's the World Cup and they're in Atlanta, bro. Give me a break, please. Stewart's S Racing with 74 points, with 2 of their drivers in the top 5 in the points. Shorteria for Atari with 69. Nice. 69. Oh, yo, let's pull from almost to 67, bro. It's the 2 funny ones. Pittsburgh's Most Wanted with 58. Polaric 58. The Drink Motorsports 57. GBI 44. Team USA Racing 36. Legacy Mid Club. No, it's Moist Club, bro. I fucked that up on the graphic. I'm not fixing that. I'm fucking tired. Last for Motorsports 26. Shitteria Fatari with 25. No longer the second worst team. Fuck. Ben Year's the second worst team now. Fuck. Apex GP 4 races, 0 points. Mid, bro. See you tomorrow, hopefully, if I'm able to finish the video in time for the Pistain Cup Series race, also at Trenton, as we go back to back with the series, the same track for the 250th. I'm fucking tired, bro. Good night.